and and the three holy sons, which is Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, but
Huh.
they're actually pulse.
That the Babylonian name. Huh.
Yeah, when they eat the meat, the king's
Azariah.
meat, they actually pulse. So what the pulse was? Vegetables.
Can
They were
beans.
vegetarians, right?
Yeah.
Um, this is Daniel chapter 1, verse start here. This is Daniel chapter 1, verse 12. It's a start from start from verse 10. He said, this is Daniel chapter 1, verse 10. He said, the prince of the eunuchs said unto Daniel, I fear my lord the king, who hath appointed our meat and your drink. For why should he see your face worse likened than the children which are of yours, of your sort? Then shall he made me endanger my head to the king. Then said Daniel to Melzar, who the prince of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, he said Hananiah,
Mishael and Azariah.
Azariah.
Right, because what went on there? That was the Hebrew names. What went on is that the king sent his wise men, right? And Daniel and Hazar and what?
Azariah.
Azariah, Mishael and Azariah, right? They were in his council, right? So he said his choice meats for them, right? So was in the king council. If the king eat him well, you eat him well. But they refused the king's council, the king's meat, sorry, and they choose to eat the meat of Yahweh Shem Shai, right? That was the wisdom that was being shown right there. Go ahead.
Said verse 12.
But the Enoch who was in charge over them or over their welfares, he thought that they was going to look worse than those who was eating haughty with the king, right? But Daniel said, nah, let me do a test, right? He said, but if you do this test, really, actually, there'll be a danger in my life. He said, nah, don't worry. Let me do this thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, verse 12. He said, prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us the pulse to eat and water to drink. Right, the pulse is vegetables. Right? He said,
that's all. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, verse 13. He said, then let our countenance be looked upon therefore thee, upon before thee, and the countenance of the children that eat of the portion of the king's meat.
Right. So these four, because there's as oh gosh, I don't go back. It's Mishael, Azariah, and Hananiah, right? These three and Daniel, making them four. They was not gonna eat the pork and the ham and the lamb and the jam and all that. They was just gonna eat beans, right? Pulse. Go ahead. So let's see what's the countenance. Your countenance is your face, your appearance. Let's see what their appearance is gonna be versus the appearance of those who eat after the king. Go ahead.
See, and the countenance of the children that eat of the portion of the king's meat, and as thou seest, deal with thy servants. So he consented with them in this matter and proved them 10 days.
Right, the word prove means a test, so he tested them for 10 days. Right? He agreed and he tested them for 10 days. Go ahead.
Say, and at the end of 10 days, their countenance appeared fairer and fatter in flesh.
And it appeared how?
He said, and at the end of the 10 days, their countenance appeared fairer and fatter in flesh than all the children which did eat the portion of the king's meat.
Right, so they appeared fairer and fatter. Now get Ecclesiastes chapter 8 verse 1 from the Babakosha. Just hold it. Let us one come out, right? Ecclesiastes chapter 8 verse 1. Anybody real quick.
Ecclesiastes chapter 8 verse 1 says, who is as the wise man and who knows the interpretation of a thing?
Who is a wise man and who knows the interpretation of a thing? Go ahead.
A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed.
Right, so there was wisdom to eat the herbs of the earth, because that's what the Most High said to eat. Right? Not the meat. The scripture in Sirach tell you about the meat, but give you shoulder, right? give it a sickness that, hey, we'll go into that there just now. Bring a precept.
This is Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 17. It says, better is a dinner of herbs where love is than a stalled ox with hatred therewith.
Right. Right, so that's our meat. Herbs goes back to the light or what? Go back to the spirit. So that's why their face was shining, as you just read in Ecclesiastes chapter 8 verse 1. It was wisdom. Right? There was in health. There was in good health. There was in life. Right? Dr. Sebi, deceased, used to talk about alkaline electric food. That's the pulse. Right? Eating the herb because you're getting direct energy from the sun. When you're eating meat, you get third party energy. You get the energy from well, because the cow and the lamb and the goat supposed to be eating the grass, and they're supposed to get the energy from that. The white man, what the hell is protein? Protein wasn't in the scripture, right? The time we would eat meat, yes, we would eat meat, but we also sacrifice meat, right? Which was a sweet savor unto the Lord. Righteous sacrifices, righteous meat, right? And we eat meat on designated feast days. But hey, we were nomadic farmers, right? Actually cows and cattle, and these things was wealth. Let's talk about Abraham and Lot's cattle. That was the wealth, right? Laban didn't want Jacob to leave, because when he was there, he was prospering. His cattle, his wealth was growing, right? So, hey, when they really go into the history of the Hebrew Israelites and meat, we ate meat at certain point in time. We wasn't eating meat like daily. We wasn't eating chicken every now and then. I mean, every day, right? We wasn't eating chicken like that, right? You had a precept, boy.
So, Daniel chapter 1 verse 16, he said, thus Belshazzar took away the portion of their meat and the wine that they should drink, and give them pulse. He said, as for these 4 children, the power Yahweh give them knowledge and skill in all learning and wisdom, and Daniel had understanding in all vision and dreams.
You can go ahead and you want to break it down anymore?
Yeah, so that's following the dietary laws, right? As the brother explained, you can eat meat, you know, but it pumps down more nutrition for your body, you know. You have more nutrition, and you live more a more healthy life. You know, you always look young and fresh. Right. You know, when you deal with the herbs. You know.
I have two precepts here. This is Sirach chapter 18 verse 30. Go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetites. Right?
That's what I was saying earlier. You know, it was sorcery.
Yes.
You know, sorcery.
They put demons in these foods,
Yeah.
because what the foods do is not only you eating it, right, but it morphs you. It's a kind of person.
Like the movie Branded.
What's that?
The movie Branded. They show that they depict that in the movie Branded, because there was a Edomite that came from America and he went across to Germany, not Germany, Russia, right? And he was in charge of marketing, right? He was in charge of marketing different brands to carry across there, right? Like the fast food and whatnot. And he was a genius at it. It was like second nature to him, right? And after a while, he did a wicked sacrifice. He did a blood sacrifice to a demon, and he was able to see the spirits. He's actually able to see the spirits upon each brand. And what the movie portrayed is that when he went to Russia, there were slim, nice girls. The Russian population was slim, right? And when he carried across the American cuisine, right, he actually transformed them people. I can't remember if he prophesied that he was going to do that, but he transformed them people to being fat, right, from the American food. And in most recent time, I think it was like 2013 or 2014, the American brand like McDonald's and Burger King went across to Mexico, and immediately, right, because before that the Mexicans was dealing heavy in corn, right, but immediately they started to suffer from diabetes, hypertension. Yeah, the record show, you can Google it and see. Within most recent time, between 2012 and now, right?
There's a lot of people, they drink these drinks, right, and they didn't know what's bad for them.
Sure.
But they still drink it. Those are demons, man.
Come.
If anybody bought what is Surah 37?
La. Go ahead.
This is Surah chapter 37 and verse, I'll start at verse 28. It says, for all things are not profitable for all men, neither hath every soul pleasure in everything.
Go ahead.
It says in verse 29, be not
Unsatiable.
unsatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meat.
Right, be not unsatiable on what? The word unsatiable means gluttonous. Go ahead.
In any dainty thing.
Right, so you go and you see these beautiful banquets. Right now, we're in that period, and it makes sense. Hey, what? We're in the period of what? Carnival. Carni, when you break down the word carni, it goes back to what? Flesh and val, festival of the flesh. It actually goes back, if you do some research, to Stroke Monday and Stroke Tuesday, which is a festival that they celebrate in Europe right now. Right? It's a festival back to Bacchus, as the brother brought out. Right? Because this asshole, Destra, right? The scripture says a shameless woman be counted as a dog in the street. You know what is a dog in the street? A female dog? A bitch. So I can call her plainly through the scriptures a bitch. Right? She called herself the queen of Bacchanal. She's the queen of the she's a queen for the demon Bacchus.
That's right.
Right? That's what she's declaring about herself. But as I was saying about say what? Yeah, she's a temple whore for the demon Bacchus. Because when you have, you see, when you have the people, when you have the masses of the people going left and right, giving praises, and you call it on whatever spirits, these people, they have power, these entertainers, they have power over the masses, right? But the power that they get it from us, they get that from a demon on the left hand side, right? Why is Ash Wednesday after Carnival Monday and Tuesday? Carnival Monday and Tuesday doesn't fall on the same 2 days every year, but Ash Wednesday is always after. It is designed that way, right? And it's not only celebrated in Trinidad or the Caribbean or in the Americas, because it's celebrated across in Europe. It goes back to Babylonian worship, pagan worship, all these different things. It's the same wickedness being regurgitated and hidden in different doctrine and philosophies, wine coming down the generations. They say, be ye in the world, but not of the world. Because the world is not good, the world is wicked. The world doesn't go by the righteousness of Yahweh, but Shem Yahushai. Go ahead, Al.
This is verse 30. It says, for excess of meat bringeth sickness.
Right?
And earlier on you was calling all the sicknesses that these Mexicans start to get due to the fact that they were eating all these fast foods and whatnot.
The records show, but you can go on Google and check it out.
There's not real food I can testify for that, because when I was in Saudi Arabia, in the course of eating McDonald's, and I put on real weight. The spirit time I was there, I put on a lot of weight, eating McDonald's.
Hey.
As the brother was saying, it was cheap. I used to go for the big pack.
You can't.
I was walking this time.
Yeah, but you see, they do everything, as the brother say, enchantment, witchcraft, sorcery. Because the word advertisement or to advertise, all that goes back into marketing, right? To persuade somebody to buy something that you're selling. And that's what they're doing, that's sorcery. The Lord said, I would need a witch, not a warlock supposed to be in our only congregation, right? Because it's all sorcery. They're persuading it to buy, right? They're putting it in your mind. Hey, he saw show it. They show you this movie. I can't remember the movie with these magicians in most recent time. What's that? With Morgan Freeman. Now you see me. You see that movie? They show you where literally they was doing. They would make a man choose a number, or they will actually set a decision in a man's mind by putting things in his path along the way for him to when he's given the proposition, he's going to choose. So if it is that I know that your path, right, your path between home and work is along the main road, you have to take a taxi, then you have to take a maxi, then you're going to go to reach your destination, then you're going to do it all in reverse. I'm going to set certain triggers in your mind. You're going to see a subconscious. You're going to see a red sign with 25 in yellow. You're going to see 25 on the bus stop. You're going to see 25 on the taxi door. And they're going to set it in here. And then they know you go and gamble on a Saturday. So you go and gamble 25. They show you that in the same now. You see me, right? You was watching the CIA confessions. The brother was saying that, hey, we go through your trash. We need to know everything about you. These are things that they do. Our enemies study us.
That's right.
Right? So they give us that perversion